Hey guys, welcome back to Bennett Farms here. Today I'm gonna do a quick little video here. I know the other day I showed you guys some grain trailers, and I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, like, well, okay, what kind of truck are you gonna use to pull them, or how you gonna get them around? So today I'm holding the keys to a little Peterbilt. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I ended up purchasing this beautiful 1982 359 Peterbilt, standard hood. You guys probably aren't gonna see it the best because of the way the sun is right now, but it's a very nice truck. It does have quite a few miles on it, you know, as any truck's gonna. I believe it's probably it's over 1 million, 1.3, somewhere in there, 1.1, somewhere between there. But it's in pretty decent shape. There's a little bit of cosmetic damage on the other side. I'll show you guys that. But it's got these nice plastic, half fenders here. They're not in terrible shape. They're in pretty good. They're not all cracked up or anything. Hi, Rosie. It's got Rosie here with me and Sadie. It's got this little box here. I'm probably gonna end up wanting to change this so it's not all rusty, or I'll even just wire wheel it and paint it black maybe. Sadie, no! Chasing after a rabbit. Oh well, she'll come back, hopefully. Rosie, no. As far as the drives go, it's got brand new drive tires on it, which is super nice for me because that means I don't have to mess with them. I don't have to worry about replacing the tires. I know those can get expensive. The cool thing about the way these tires are set up is they actually have these wheel balancers right in the center. So you don't actually have to have wheel weights or throw beads in the tires or anything like that. They're automatically balanced with them type of wheel balancers. I'm not sure, what that is. I believe this has the air leaf suspension in it, so it's got a really good set of suspension underneath it. It is 40,000 rears and 12,000 fronts. See the back here. You can kind of see the color a little bit. It's like it says on the title it's green, but it's more of like a bluish teal color mixed with the green. But you can see these drives here are again, they're all brand new. I think that one might be a little low on air, but at some point I'm probably going to end up actually extending these back to cover these back ones up as well. I may or may not. It just depends. And then I want to maybe paint that fifth wheel rail there and get that painted up, make it look a little bit nicer. It does have an air slide fifth wheel, so that's kind of nice as well. Here's kind of some of the cosmetic damage I was talking about. You guys can kind of see it. A little bit to the cab, not terrible. Nothing that can't be fixed. And then the fuel tank here as well. The guy I bought it from, actually I knew the guy I bought it from. He'd been trying to sell it for a little while, and he was a local guy. I had my eye on a couple other trucks. I wanted a Kenworth W900, but it just didn't work out the way I wanted to. And I got this truck for a really good price, for what I feel like is a really good price for what it has for a motor, which I'll get to that in a minute. But he just tagged a pole or something. But my plan in the long run is to take this tank off and put a split wall tank on here, a split wall Peterbilt tank, and put a wet kit back on this. It did originally have a wet kit. The wet kit used to sit right here, but I don't want a tank on the back. I just think it looks a lot cleaner without a big tank sitting there and just whatever. So I'm gonna end up putting that back on, or taking this tank off, putting a split wall tank on so that my hydraulics can go inside the tank. It does have the PTO and it's all plumbed in and everything. The only thing it doesn't have is the actual hydraulic pump. So I just have to buy a hydraulic pump for it, put that on. But it does have straight pipes on it. As you guys can see, it's a very nice. I mean, it's fairly clean. I am gonna start it up for you guys here. It's got a model cat in it, so it does have a Caterpillar motor. It is the original it's a 3406 A model cat. I'm gonna try and open this hood. I don't know if I'll be able to open it with you guys on video. Might have to set you down somewhere. Maybe I can set you in this tree right here. You guys can watch. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll try. How's that sound, guys? Hang on here. There, I don't know if you guys can see, but good enough. I'm sure you guys were able to see that somewhat. I don't know where the sun is this morning, but so yeah, it's got the 8-mile cat in it. It does have bigger injectors in it, and it does have a little bit of motor work done to it. I don't know on the overhaul. I really don't. That was the only downfall about this motor, that there's no paperwork on it. There's nothing really saying that it's been 100% overhauled. You know, I mean, that's not a break all kind of situation here. Oil, I think it just had an oil change. The oil's good. I'm gonna start it up for you guys here. It's tight. Shifts really good. It's got a 13-speed transmission in it. There's no oil leaks on this truck at all. I mean, it's very clean. It does have Jake brakes. It does have, like I said, it's got this kind of off-color blue, and I don't really care for it. So I'm thinking, personally, I think about just getting it wrapped and doing like a full body wrap here. For the simple reason, one, I don't like the color, and two, I don't want my farm lettering and stuff like that on the door. So I would rather have it either on the sleeper side or right there on the back of the sleeper, and or down on the fuel tanks maybe. Probably won't be the fuel tanks, but it'll probably be up there. So you're always gonna see that, you know, on the door itself. I don't think you can get that out anyway, really. So I'm gonna try and wax and buff it and see if I can't get it out. But if I can't, then I'll put a wrap on it. But I don't really care for the color. So it does have a black hood and black fenders here. It's got the real strong fenders on it. It's got the step here on the side. Here's the other side of the motor. I really kind of wish this motor was painted yellow at one time. And what kind of leads me to believe that this, you know, has good motor work done to it is because it's painted white. So my guess is when they overhauled it or worked on it, they pulled it out, painted it again. But yeah, it's in really nice shape here. So I'll show you the inside. It does have a very clean inside. It's got the PTO right here and everything. It's got the really nice hardwood floors in it. You guys can kind of see that. I mean, it's really nice looking. It's got a really nice Legacy low seat in it. I love this seat. The way it sits and the way it rides and everything, but it's just a little too low for me. So I may end up having to put this seat on the passenger side, and I may have to buy a new seat for it, just because it's too low for me to see over the hood. Like right now, it's all the way up as high as it'll go, and I'm just barely able to see over top of the dash. I mean, I guess I'm more up here, but you know, to see over the hood and be able to see out my mirrors and stuff. It's got an aftermarket speedometer in it. The guy did change that, which this one is way more accurate. This is a GPS speedometer, so it's really accurate as far as miles go and as how fast you're going. So that's kind of the nice thing. I can really get good accurate miles out of it, I guess, versus the old, you know, the old one. Like this one's still got the motor miles in it here. But everything works in here as far as I know. Oil pressure works good. It comes right up. Water temp, air pressure, fuel gauge. All my lights here work. It does have my trailer and brakes here. These were in here. I might change these. These are like knife handles. They're kind of cool, but I don't know if I really like them, you know. It still does have the air actuated wipers on it up in the front. So I may try and get the conversion kit to change those over to electric. I'm not really sure. It just depends. Got some extra miscellaneous parts here on the floor that are spares. But super nice interior. The back, it's like I said, it's got the wide opening in it. So, I mean, it comes all the way over. It's got really nice bunker in it. should say, yeah, bunk in it. It's got the hardwood floor in it here as well, and then it also has a brand new mattress in it. The guy only slept on it twice, he said, and said that that mattress was more comfortable than the one that he had in his own house. So I'm kind of excited about that. I am gonna try and somewhat turn this into my, you know, obviously it's gonna be on the road every day, but I want it, you know, looking sharp, looking nice. That does two things for me. It increases the value of the truck by a little bit, but it also increases my business value, as you know, most people say if you have super nice stuff, or I shouldn't say super nice stuff, I should say if you have really clean looking equipment, if it shines, you know, it looks like you take good care of it, you'll gain business, because people like that. You know, they think that because your equipment is clean, that you are, you know, clean yourself, you do good work on things, you know, you don't cut corners and stuff like that. So I want to try and get this thing cleaned up the best I can. I want to get it waxed. I want to get it I'm not going to wax it yet, because if I do decide to wrap it, I don't know if that wax coating will affect the way that the wrap sticks to the truck. So I'm still waiting to get some price quotes on that. But I'm going to try and set you guys up here, and I have no idea what I'm going to set you up on. And I probably should do it on this side. Maybe I'll set it back in that same tree again. And I'm going to start it up for you guys, so you guys can hear it run and see it run. I got to move it from where it's at today. So let me see if I can find a spot to set you here. I'm going to try and figure out where the best spot's going to be and how I'm going to do it. Maybe this one right here will work. Find out. Dropped you guys there. All right, well, crap. I guess I'm gonna try and put you back in. Let me set you up over here on the ground. I got a spot, maybe that'll work. Set you up on my coat here. All right, that'll work. So it is a little cold this morning, and it's been cold. It was cold last night. It was probably down in the 20s last night, so it's a little cold, but it's not bad. It does need a new Y pipe on it underneath here. You guys can kind of see it's coming out right in here. I got a little exhaust stick there, but down there on the bottom you can see where that needs to be installed, which is no big deal. I should be able to do that myself. I was gonna say too that this thing is set at 500 horsepower. The original owner that had this, or I shouldn't say the original owner, but the guy that I bought this from actually had this on a dyno at a certified dyno, or whatever you want to call it, and it did dyno right at 500 horse. So it's got some really good ponies under the hood. It drives and shifts really smooth. It's actually, with the straight pipes on there, you might be thinking, oh my god, this can be so loud and annoying to drive, but it's actually really quiet. It does have a cool stereo system in it too. Got a couple decent subs here. I've got to get my CB antenna. Didn't get that, or my CB and my antennas put on yet. Yeah, you can see my oil pressure's up. It's right about 60, which is about where it's normally at. Air pressure is still building here. Some of these have some backlighting too, like my fuel, like my air, and like my water temp. My speedometer does. And some of them don't. So I'm not sure if the lights aren't working or if they're, because some of them are, he changed them to like an LED, like a blue LED bulb. So I want to try and like tear into that a little bit. I've got a good friend that works on these 359 Peterbilts. He has one himself that he's completely restored and redone. So I want to try and work with him and see if he knows how to tear apart this dash, because I don't really feel comfortable doing it. So yeah, and then you guys can kind of see, like right now it's acquiring the satellite and saying it's got 47,306 miles. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this hood and I'm gonna take it off, but got the older round lights in it. I'm gonna try and buy some LED ones for these. These are just a regular halogen bulb in it. I'm gonna try and buy some LEDs for that and try and you know, spruce it up a little bit, like I said. I got a hard time seeing at night to begin with, so I think LEDs would be nice. But it does have actually mostly all LED lights on it. Like you got LED runner lights down there. All the side marker lights are all LED. LEDs on the door. LEDs all up top there, on the top as well, and on the top of the lights. But yeah, so thanks for watching today, guys. I know I'm sure this video is a little long right now. Yeah, this is my 359 Peterbilt, and we're gonna go pick them trailers up hopefully this week or next week. I've got to get the DMV yet and get this thing registered and plated and stuff. So if you guys got any questions, comments, leave a comment down below, hit the like button. And I do have a comment for you guys. One thing I'm trying to get into is grain hauling and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out what my per bushel price to haul it is going to be. I know that is dependent on like my fuel mileage, what I'm spending on the truck, you know, like all my different expenses and stuff, insurance costs and like that. But what do you guys, if you guys don't mind sharing, what do you guys usually either charge, or what do you guys usually pay to have your grain hauled? I'm here in Central Michigan, so it might be different for some of you guys in different states, but let me know in the description down below. Or I shouldn't say in the description, but let me know in the comments down below. And appreciate you guys watching. So thanks for tuning in today, guys, and we'll catch you later.